too many. Hey, Babe Ruth, way too many home runs, buddy. Slow it down. How do you make a gin and tonic?
I am completely convinced that his wife was sleeping with Julius Walker.
Shit's happening. It's getting real.
I just remember him crying.
Dude, didn't you get dusted by Diego Lopez? Dude, huge Berthas. Big bitches.
Welcome back to MMA Mathletes. My name's Sean. This is Joe. We're two casual MMA fans who happen to be degenerate gamblers. Come join us while we chase the perfect parlay each week. There are no UFC fights this week, but don't worry. We're going to break down the Zuffa Boxing 3 fight card. And if you enjoy our content, make sure you're subscribed and smash that thumbs up button.
Well, this weekend was kind of a wash when it came to that main event at Mario Batista versus Vinicius Oliveira. That was a terrible performance. We were only, how many off?
Actually, we're only 3 off.
That's not bad.
I mean, if Bruno Brazil decided that she wanted to fight, that would have been like very helpful. Would have hit our prelims. If Jalton Almeida just decided to, he wanted to fight. And then Vinicius, if he just didn't randomly get dog shit tired.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't even know what happened.
I don't know if he had an illness or
he's in a sling
injury
now.
Yeah.
It's like he already had the fight, but he went in there injured and he was like, oh, UFC's going to pay for this.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to pay for this.
I was literally just thinking that. I mean, maybe. Who knows? I know that in the second round, like he just came out so flat.
So
the first
flat.
round was like kind of competitive. I think obviously Batista won that round, but like the second round, he just got manhandled.
Dude, I've asked this question before on here. Are the fight nerds finished?
Oh no, man. I think they think that they're too smart for their own good.
Dude, they churn out the most boring fights in the world.
I think that what they do is like they're thinking like if we can outgame the system, we can have a lot of success. Which you could do that with like lower tier fighters, but once you go up to better fighters, can't necessarily outpoint them all the time.
It's insane that they're trying to angle for Volkanovski versus Jean Silva, and by they I mean Jean Silva is trying to angle for Volkanovski. Dude, didn't you get dusted by Diego Lopez?
Yeah, like MMA math suggests that, okay, so you got dusted by Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez got smashed by Volkanovski twice. That means that you shouldn't get it.
I don't even understand why he thinks that he's next in line for that.
Dude, walk through Evloev and then we can start talking.
And stop barking. God, that's annoying. I hate the barking. And then he has like this like viral video of his like wife or whatever at they're like, I don't know, some viewing party. And she started barking. It's so embarrassing.
I just remember him crying all the time.
So cringy.
That's pretty much all he does.
All he does is he cries and then he just like, he puts on boring performances now. I remember he used to like fuck people up. And now he like, he does hit really hard. I'll give him that. But then he goes and he'll put out like a small output and start yelling at them and clapping like, let's go. It's like, dude, yeah, you can push the pace. Go for it. No one's stopping you from fucking this dude up.
Yeah, seriously. And then apparently him and Rufi's relationship ended.
Yeah, he's officially left Fight Nerds. So that means that Rufi's going to start going on a tear because Fight Nerds are finished.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just like, it sucks because there's a lot of people I really like in Fight Nerds. You know?
Like, besides Protest?
Well, I like Protest. I like Brahalo or Baralo. I think it's Baralo. I like Kalo. I like a lot of them, actually. I mean, I used to like Bruno Brazil. I mean, that was just... Nothing is more annoying than when you have the chance to win and you choose essentially not to win. Like, it goes, you're 1-1 going into the third round, and you know that it's 1-1. And you're like, okay, if I can get this round, I can win. I mean, you should at least be thinking that. Honestly, if I'm a casual, but I would probably be looking for the finish regardless, because that's how decisive fights are won. But like, I would be like, okay, shit, like we have to at least win this round. This is a winnable fight. And then you just put on that third round that just like, what the fuck was that?
Terrible. I don't know why, but the Fight Nerds really like to do that thing where it's like win first round and then take off a round and then come back and win that third round.
But sometimes you just can't come back. That's the problem.
Yeah, she had way too much momentum built up against her. And then in the corner, they give bad advice where they're like, yeah, you're looking great out there. Just chill out. You're fine. You're chilling. No, you should be like, dude, you fucking suck right now. This is not Bruno Brazil.
Yeah, this is 1-1. You're looking pretty rough right now. You need to shape up. That's what I would be saying.
Yeah, you're not all Jacek. All Jacek, what are you doing? You're not acting like all Jacek. You're just sitting here like kind of trying to put him out, but then also stepping off the gas pedal, not cutting off the cage. What a silly fight. That was a terrible fight. Yeah. He's putting everyone out, and then like the fight nerds are like, yo, too many. Hey, Babe Ruth, way too many home runs, buddy. Slow it down.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, the thing is that you're just forcing them to have a ceiling at that point.
Yeah, 100%.
Like Ola Jacek, for example. Okay, where's his ceiling at? I mean, before he was a killer. Like it's like, okay, we don't know what his ceiling is going to be at. He could probably be top 5. Now I'm like maybe top 10. I mean, we were looking at it last night on the live stream. I just don't see him beating any of those guys with the performance that he did last night.
The only one I could see him getting lucky with is RoboCop. And I think that they might set up that fight because RoboCop has a chin. So
he can get caught, yeah.
He can get caught. That's the only way is if he catches RoboCop and moves up the ranks. But after that, he's fucked.
Yeah. And I don't think that he has the ground game in that competitive division either.
No, 100%. You know what's not a competitive division? Heavyweight.
Oh.
Can we just scrap heavyweight? You know, here's my thing. I think what they should do is they should scrap heavyweight and then bring in like heavyweight females. I think we need to get some trailer trash women in there that are just heavy set, like Walmart tier heavyweight females just bashing each other's brains in. It doesn't have to be heavyweight. It could be 170ers. Imagine like some 190s, you know, like 185, 205ers, some light heavyweight.
Just some big Berthas.
Dude, huge Berthas. Big bitches.
I think that what they should do, they should just scrap the rankings for heavyweight and they should all get put into the UFC Fight House and then they fight for their rankings.
Oh, just take away the rankings.
Yeah.
But same fighters, but then they get ranked and they get seeded.
Yeah, they get seeded and then it's tournament style at that point.
Ooh, I like that.
That would be spicy.
Yeah.
And then you could put the pot bigger. Like let's say you win and you win $2 million. You're going to make so much money off of that for the UFC.
And then the coaches are going to be McGregor and Ronda Rousey. And then they fight at the White House.
Oh, yeah, dude. I think that Ronda Rousey wins by
any way she wants.
Plata.
She's the best. She's the best that's ever done it. No one's better than her.
She's the best. She's the most influential. She's had the biggest moments.
100%.
And it definitely doesn't mean that she had the best moments because she was on the receiving end.
Oh, I got confused for a second. That's all I was thinking of is that Nunez moment.
Oh, the Nunez, the Holly Holm.
Dude, the best thing is when she's like, Holly Holm only has that head kick. And she gets put out with the head kick. She's not going to catch me with that head kick. Head kick just catches her flush.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Yeah, enjoy that. Someone figured you out, bud. Then you have Wang that called out Tracy Cortez.
That's a pretty good fight, I think, for Cortez. I mean,
Cortez is younger than Wang, and I think she's pretty complete. Fought a lot better fighters. I think she takes that.
Yeah, I think she wins because I think she's definitely better than Mora. Also, Mora was just very unspectacular.
Dude, honestly though, Wang looked incredible.
She did look really good.
And then Mora at the end when she's gushing blood, and I was like, dude, you're giving up your neck. She was against the fence, and I thought she was doing this shit, trying to give up her neck. She gets the arm underneath the neck. She's about to start cranking on it, and then you hear a corner. They said something like, "Don't give up the neck. Don't give up the neck." Oh, that's right. I'm still in the fight. And she digs her neck or chin back down, and she gets her chin under, and then she doesn't get submitted. I was like, holy shit, that is some heart right there. She's gagging on blood that's just gushing out of her face like a faucet. Insane heart. She got dusted.
I think like the last couple weeks, we're really seeing how important it is to have a lot of feints in your game as well.
So many feints,
like
especially in the later rounds.
Oh yeah,
don't forget the feints.
Oh dude, that the feint jab into the real jab. I think is one of the sweetest moves you can have right now, where you just have that sick feint and then you throw that little jab and then with the two. Oh God. It's like money for anyone that wants to do that.
Yeah.
It's just some free points right there.
What do you think about Mario Batista calling out Corey Sandhagen?
I think Corey Sandhagen takes that.
I think Corey Sandhagen, dude,
I think pretty decisively too.
Mario looked really good. I got to give it to him. He looked so good that night. But I think that Corey, I think he's more well-rounded, more crafty, just UFC fighter in general. I think he has more feints, he has more angles, he has more power, he has more everything. He's just a dangerous dude. If he wants to keep it standing against him. If he wants to take it to the ground, he can take it to the ground. He doesn't care. I think that it would be more interesting to see Sean O'Malley versus him, and then whoever loses that goes up, and fights. I mean, I think that they're trying to get Umar versus Merab. Or not Umar versus Merab. Umar versus...
Jan?
Maybe. Can't remember. Oh, no. There's rumors. So it's not official. Rumors of them trying to give O'Malley Umar. And O'Malley said he doesn't give a fuck. He's like, I don't care if you give me Umar. I just want to get active again and start fighting. So if they give me Umar, they give me Umar. But I don't want Umar. But I'll take Umar. Whatever.
Yeah. Honestly, your like cadence on that, it was pretty good. I was like, that's probably exactly how he said that. I mean, I don't think anyone really wants to see that Umar fight. I mean, it might be interesting, but I think it goes to decision, and it's gonna be Umar's. I just think that O'Malley, I don't know if he has the wrestling capability to outmaneuver Umar. I mean, it might be interesting if Umar came and get into that position to like go for a takedown or anything. If O'Malley can really get his range and just keep it.
O'Malley, just wrestle my guy. Yeah. Just get the wrestling down. Because I just am tired of him having those clean shots and not fire them off.
Yeah, that's my thing. I was gonna say he needs to stop hesitating and just trust his eyes.
Yeah, dude, because he's a killer. And he needs to remember who the fuck he is.
I think that he, because of how good Merab is, I think it makes it so that he's like, I don't know, doesn't trust his eyes, because Merab was just so good at doing different things to disrupt those patterns.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, dude, just trust your eyes. Your eyes are seeing what it's seeing. Like you could definitely throw that two at any point. He's not going to defend it. It's kind of like in sparring when you're like, jab's not going to work. He knows that I'm going to throw the jab.
Yeah, when you're sitting there, you're like, oh, I'm not going to throw a 1, 2, 3 because that's what we do all day. He's going to defend it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to the body because my face is open. He's going to catch it and he's going to return.
Yeah. And then meanwhile, you're just kind of paralyzed.
And the other guy's like, fuck, what the fuck's he going to throw?
Yeah, exactly.
I hope he doesn't throw a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
How do you defend a 1, 2, 3? How do you make a gin and tonic? Then you have Loner Kavanaugh stepping in on short notice to take on Brandon Moreno. That's going to be a great fight. Loner Kavanaugh, big up and comer. Brandon Moreno, I love him.
Viva Mecca! That's a really difficult fight to take short notice, though.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, Brandon Moreno is not someone that you want to have a short fight camp with.
Yeah, it's not short notice.
Yeah. Especially because it's going to be 5 rounds, too.
Yeah.
It's going to be really hard to put him out at all because he hasn't gotten finished yet in the UFC. So it'd be difficult to finish Brandon Moreno on short notice because most people with a full fight camp wouldn't be able to do it.
I mean, yeah, he could definitely get finished. We saw it in his last fight, right?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah, that was a great call. Also, this last weekend, are these refs trying to kill everyone? Dude. The TKO KO was insane. Like, who was it? It was
Dustin.
Dustin, homie. Put him out, walks away. Ref's like, nah, you got to keep going, brother. Guy's on hands and knees. He's like, all right, whatever. Cracks him. Guy falls, face plants. It's like, I got to keep going? That's crazy. Starts throwing elbows. The guy just single legs him because he's trying to. His ground game is there. He single legs him, and he's just hitting him and raining down strikes on him. Till eventually they're like, and that's good. That's good enough.
I am completely convinced that Dan Miragliotta, his wife was sleeping with Julius Walker. Not confirmed. I just have a suspicion because of how that whole fight turned out.
Your source, trust me, bro.
Dude, literally. Well, I just have no idea how you don't see him crack him and see the lights in his eyes go out.
What about
as
Nico
he comes
Price?
down? Oh, dude, Nico Price, that was brutal. Just like standing up, knockout. Brother needs to retire, man.
Brother needs to retire. 36 years old. Dude,
That's
that was a bad
knockout,
one.
dude.
That was so bad. Still standing up. Dude, it was
And
bad.
he's like, what
He turns
happened?
around. Yeah, he turns around, starts contesting it. He's like, dude, I was still there. I was still in it. What are you talking about?
Maybe,
Early stoppage, brother.
Yeah, maybe from up above you were.
Yeah, dude. He was like that scene in Doctor Strange when he hits Spider-Man and he like flings out and then he comes back.
Yeah.
That was him, bro.
Literally, dude. Oh, dude. We need to do a PSA on this. You need to stop pointing at the ground, especially Gelatin Almeida. I think they need to implement a rule where if you point at the ground, okay, to initiate that, you yourself cannot move back for at least 30 seconds. You have to at least stand your ground or go forward, because I'm sick and tired of people just doing that and then not engaging.
Yeah, that's annoying. They point and then they go and they start backing up. They point, they throw once, and then they start evading like crazy and then running away. They point and they do nothing. They're like, yeah, right here, 10 times. And you're like, dude, you're not even striking. What the fuck are you doing, my guy?
Or you have to be winning the fight as well, because you can do whatever the fuck you want when you're winning the fight. If you're losing because you're going for broke and you're like, hey, right here, and then you're evading, like, it's just such a disrespect to Max Holloway and what he does, honestly. Because he does that, and guess who's not fucking standing down? Max Holloway. He's going to fucking stand right there. Come meet me. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Oh, dude, it like literally bothers the shit out of me that you're going to do that, and then you just like, oh, I'm just going to evade. I'm going to continue on with my fucking fight plan.
They should just get rid of it completely. You cannot do that unless you're Max Holloway. That's it.
100%. Because it's just getting ridiculous. Like,
and Taporia, because who's going to tell Taporia no? Because that's fucking terrifying.
no, he does this. Oh, are you ready to die right here? And you're just like, oh, Jesus. When he did that against Max Holloway, I was like, oh, God, I don't want to. Don't do it. It's a trap.
Brutal. So brutal.
Also, the weight cuts have been fucking brutal.
4 missed weights.
Yeah, and then there was a couple last week, obviously, as well.
Insane, brother.
It's like, what are we doing here?
How do you guys not know what your weight's going to be? Are you not fighting in that division? Do you not know that you have this many weeks to get to that weight? Are you lying to your camp and your coach about your weight the entire time? Is your coach terrible? Are you just disrespecting your coach? Are you disrespecting the team, the sparring partners, all these people, the cornermen? Dumb, man. Get your shit together. And don't come from a wrestling background and still suck at cutting weight. What are you doing?
That's like one thing that you just know wrestlers are exceptional at too. Just white knuckling weight, like a huge weight cut. So I'm completely ignorant on the whole situation of weight cuts in terms of UFC. Is that like a coach thing? Like is it like traditionally? Is it like the coach and the fighter are like getting the fighter in shape and then like doing the weight cut kind of together in terms of the coach is like,
every camp is different.
I mean, I know that like Marab is like, I got my own thing.
Well, even without
like,
that, it's like some people like they may have people on their team that help them with a weight cut, but not the coach. Sometimes the coach, like, yeah, they do the weight cut by themselves. They do it. They get nutritionalists. They get these people. Or sometimes they're like, hey, what's your weight? We're getting you down here. We're doing this. We're doing this. We're doing this. You know, it just varies super drastically. But if you're a wrestler, your coach is probably going to leave you alone. Like, this fool has made weight before.
Yeah, he knows his shit.
He knows his shit. And I think that, I don't know, I think these people just aren't being professional. I think that they should get serious consequences because it's ruining the sport in general. You can't make weight. It's embarrassing.
Well, I feel bad for these gyms because, like, you know, obviously they invest so much time into these fighters, right? Just hours upon hours on watching watching footage for them, helping them obviously sharpen, hone skills, trying to figure out holes in their game and fill out those holes. things like that. And then obviously like weight cut. If you miss weight, then you're losing money, which means that I'm assuming they're losing money, especially if they don't actually get to fight, because the fight gets called off because they're, 4 or 5 pounds off. Like that must be so frustrating for some of these coaches. It's like, dude, like I just need you to do that. I took care of everything else. I was here for you when, to do all your striking. I was here at 5 a.m. to help you do sprints. I had to do all this stuff for you. I just need you to show up and, perform on the scale.
Yeah. Super disrespectful.
I mean, again, this is an absolute casuals take. I have no idea. If you guys have more information, please put it in the comments so I know.
No,
like,
just in general though. So like, let's say this weekend, right? Let's say you're supposed to weigh in at 125 and you weighed in at 127. Okay. Well, now you're not fighting for the title because I don't think you're making championship weight. Like you're going to make 125 on the dot. That's championship weight.
Yeah.
So I think it's stupid because it's like, you can't even make 126. How are you going to make 125?
The thing that also makes it weird is like, what about these other fighters that got cut from the UFC? Like Brian Battle was like a legit up and comer, and he's been dealing with weight issues, and then he ultimately gets cut from the UFC. Where's the same energy with some of these other fighters?
Yeah, especially ones that are on like the latter half of their career. Like, oh, you're in your 30s, like mid 30s, and you're missing weight. See ya.
Yeah.
Bye. I don't care if you're on a win streak. Like, that's terrible. See ya. But my point was, like, just, I guess, don't call out Marab or whoever owns the belt. Don't call out Peter if you're missing weight. Don't call out Pereira if you're missing weight. Don't call out anyone in the top 5 if you're missing weight, because that's just stupid.
I completely agree.
And then we're just ruining this UFC event, the White House event.
By what?
So the event has been reduced to 6 to 7 fights and will only feature Americans.
Okay.
Weird.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, but it's like
On Flag Day, I guess. Yeah.
well, it's like like it's in front of the White House. It's like the White House thing, a very, very American thing to have. So like I get it, but I'm just curious on who they're gonna have.
Well, they're gonna have Jorge Masvidal and Nick Diaz. Sean, I'm glad that you said that, because that's who they're gonna have.
They're gonna fight each other.
Yeah.
Is that official or is that rumors right now?
That, I mean, I saw something that said it was official. It could not be official.
We'll go with it being a rumor at this point.
Colby Covington versus Bo Nickel is in the works. That I know is a rumor, but it is close to being sealed.
The only cool thing about that is that they had that altercation like a month ago. Mm-hmm. And like that's what kind of makes it interesting. Bad blood always makes for an interesting fight.
Yeah.
But, someone in that fight is a little gun shy when the lights get really big. So
I just don't know, because I saw the 6 or 7 fights. It's all going to be Americans. And I'm like, oh, you have to have Topuria on that card, no? Topuria versus
it's
Gaethje.
Americans only.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I thought you meant like an American had to be in the fight.
No, it's going to be only Americans.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, the only cool thing is like, I guess you're going to have Stephen Thompson, because Stephen Thompson.
I guess. I just think it's stupid. I think the whole thing is just, you're taking such a cool idea and just ruining it.
I thought it was going to be like a America versus everyone else.
Yeah.
Because I think that's kind of cool. Just American versus American is like,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know. I just think that
doesn't make it as special.
I just think it's stupid that we're not doing it on July 4th. I think it's stupid that the president's even involved. I understand it's at the White House, but the fact that he's involved with the matchmaking or any of that stuff, like how many events are going to be there? Like this, like that. Just have a regular event. Just you're hosting, brother. That's it. Just sit back and let the UFC be UFC. It'd be sick as fuck. But whatever. And then you have Michael Chandler is going to be facing Max Holloway, regardless of the outcome of 326.
Michael Chandler versus Max Holloway?
Makes no sense.
Max Holloway is going to fucking delete him. It's not even going to be close.
I don't know, man. It's just, this is just all the things I'm saying. It's like,
It just makes no sense. Like, sorry, this is my brain can't get past this. Like Max Holloway versus Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler's last fight, he got TKO'd by Patty, and we saw Patty get fraud checked, right? What do you think someone like Max Holloway is going to do to Michael Chandler? Like, what are we fucking talking about here? That's wild. If that happens, this is the longest long shot ever. But Max Holloway by knockout is my lock of the week from downtown. There's just like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah,
here?
it hasn't been officially rumored, but yeah, I guess that's the call out that Michael Chandler is making, and he wants the most exciting fight. And I don't know what the rumor is, but that's what the rumor's spitting out right now. Is it's gonna be Michael Chandler versus Max Holloway. Whoever wins 326, so he can lose or he could win 326, and Michael Chandler wants him next. And it wasn't like it wasn't like when I was looking at it, it wasn't Michael Chandler calls out Max Holloway. It's like UFC is going to make this happen type shit. Crazy, dude.
Dude,
crazy.
What is the UFC doing right now?
That's the thing that scares me is it's just like, dude, the Paramount shit and then the UFC or the White House shit. 2026 can be wild. Like people are gonna be moving around to other organizations probably.
Yeah,
They don't get their shit together.
It's almost like so years ago you had Intel, right? And Intel was running shit. Sorry to get a little bit geeky about this, but Intel was running shit in the CPU industry.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone ran under Intel. It was Team Blue for everyone, right? And they became complacent. They were like, oh, like whatever, like this is not a big deal.
We're the best.
Yeah, we're the best. We don't need to advance ourselves because we're so far ahead of all the competition until, oh shit, AMD, you're starting to make shit and you're making shit cheaper than us. And you're a way better budget option. Oh shit, you're catching up to us. Oh shit, you're now doing 5 gig CPU speed. Oh shit, you're better than us now. Oh shit, now we have to figure out and we're catching up. It's going to be that same thing where you think that you're so much better than everyone else. But oh shit, one championship. Oh, they do Muay Thai. They do all this stuff. They're kind of interesting now. Okay. Oh, maybe Ryzen picks up someone. Oh, now Ryzen's interesting. Then there's all these other options as opposed to, the UFC essentially starting to turn into just kind of a shit show in terms of organization and all that.
You want to hear some more sad news?
No.
We will for sure not be getting the Jones in the foreseeable future. He's pretty much retiring.
Yeah, I mean
his hip. He
yeah.
needs a hip replacement.
That makes a lot more sense. Because I'm assuming it's a chronic injury that he's just been putting off until he's like, yeah, I'm officially out of the fight game. Because hip surgery is like bad. That's not a good thing to have hip replacement or anything like that. So that makes a lot more sense with the like Hamzat a couple months ago, kind of manhandling him outside.
He looked like he was stiff.
Yeah, he looked very stiff and like not comfortable at all. And that's just like very not John Jonesy.
He said he's in too much pain. He can't do anything.
Yeah, like I was like, man, that's kind of weird. Like, why is he just getting manhandled like that? But that makes a lot more sense in that context.
He's also not like the best wrestler.
Well, yeah.
He just is the best MMA fighter.
Yeah.
So he puts everything together.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
but,
100%.
But like he like was like just getting kind of manhandled a little bit.
I have another thing about the like only Americans.
Mm-hmm.
What about McGregor? Aren't you gonna have McGregor on there? Are you not having McGregor? You're not having Taporia? Like you're not having your biggest polls?
Yeah.
Like I just don't know where we're going.
I mean, all your
this.
biggest polls are not American.
I think it's stupid.
Peter Yan, not American. He would draw a lot of eyes, especially if it's him versus Sean O'Malley. Like Connor. Oh, not American.
Connor versus anyone?
Connor versus anyone.
Yeah.
Connor versus a fucking piece of paper. They're going to be like, oh, dude, like, I'm going to go watch that shit, right? But, you could put him up against an American. Stephen Thompson, let's go. I'm just saying. Then you got Taporia, huge ass draw, not even close. And him versus Sean O'Malley, or not Sean O'Malley, fucking him versus Justin Gaethje. What are we doing here? Him versus Max Holloway again at 155. Like, you have these options to make it's America versus all of us and make them super interesting.
Yeah. So I hope that it's just someone misspoke and it got ran weird and it's like a rumor now, because it should have, like, you could have Americans on all of the fights, but you can't have an all-American card.
Yeah, I hope that they misunderstood and it said like we're doing American fighter, like they meant we're doing American fighters. So every fight on the card has an American on it. Because that would make more sense. But then also it doesn't fuck you over.
Yeah.
Because like I'm not saying that we don't have any like interesting fighters or anything like that. But I mean, the pool is pretty small compared to, just having the entire world at your hands.
True. 100% true. So if you subscribe to our Patreon, you know that every week we put out an additional boxing podcast. This past weekend, we had Nick Ball versus Brandon Figueroa, and we were only off by 2. It was insane. So we had Nick Ball. We had him to win, and he got TKO, KO'd the 8th round. So I'm sorry about that. And then we also had Lacey Patty, but everything else hit. Everything else was bang on. So, I mean, pretty close. Only 2 off. So hopefully we crush it this week and get that perfect parlay. But before we get into that, we are going live on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube this Sunday. It's going to be Sunday, not Saturday. We're going to be live on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube. We'll be live betting and live reacting. So whether we win big or lose big, you don't want to miss it.
First fight up is Jorge Lagunas versus Dario Kuchmanov. Who you got?
I have Dario to win this. If I had to describe Jorge in one word, it would be spastic. This fool is always dipping off the side. Like, he's cutting angles and stuff, which is like really good. But he's like nonstop moving, very jerky, round punches. But you know what beats a round punch? Straights. Just a straight jab, straight right hand. I think Dario sets up his shots better. And I think he throws a lot of straight punches. He's going to beat him to the punch, and he's going to take this. This is going to be an easy fight. Dario, 100%.
I have Jorge. It's my lock of the week. No, I'm just kidding. No, I have Kuchmanov by money line. I don't know if it's going to be a finish. I definitely see it more of a decision fight. Kuchmanov is physically just bigger than Jorge, but Jorge, his big issue that I find in fights is that if he doesn't find success early, he starts getting discouraged and kind of like fades in the fight. So I kind of see that happening in this one. I don't think Kuchmanov really looks for the finish. I think he just kind of outpoints people. So him by decision would be a spicy kind of bet. But if you just wanted to go like super simple with it, Kuchmanov money line, I think he's going to win pretty decisively. Done. And next fight up, we have Oswaldo Molina versus Joshua Clark. Who you got?
I have Molina on this one. I think Joshua Clark is really good at cutting angles, catching and returning. He does that very well, very defensively sound. I mean, once again, we see him throwing a lot of like more looping shots, a lot of hooks. I think that the straight punches are going to get through, and Molina is going to take this one for sure.
I have Molina in this one. I think it's going to be potentially a stoppage, especially with how defensively irresponsible Clark can be. Yeah, I think he has a lot of inconsistencies, and it showed in the loss that he had. And I think that if he doesn't fix the holes that he has defensively, that Molina can definitely get the stoppage in this.
Yeah, I just think that Molina, his Olympic background, he's going to be able to stay on the outside. I actually don't think we're going to see a finish in this one. I don't think it's likely. I think that he's going to be very Olympic, point style fighting, just keeping him at bay and just peppering up the entire time. I don't think we're going to see a knockdown. We might see a knockdown, but I think it's going to be more Olympic style. Just points. I think he's going to win. I think it's decision.
Points.
Exactly.
Next fight, we have Emiliano Alvarado versus Devin Gant. Who you got?
For this fight, I have Alvarado 100%. This guy, when he comes out prepared to die in there. He comes out prepared to go to war, the whole thing. One of my favorite fights was him against Garcia. He landed like 7 hooks back to back to back. It was amazing. He just rabbit punches. So I think he's going to probably dust this fool. The other thing is that Gant, his first wins were against complete tomato cans. They couldn't throw a jab. And if you can't throw a jab, usually you're going to get in there, get real close, throw hooks, whatever. They didn't have that game plan. They had zero. I don't even know how these guys are pro. Who gave him a card? You know, I think that Gant is definitely losing this 100% stepping stone. 100%. Throw your house on it. You know,
I don't know about that. I definitely have Alvarado winning this. I think that Gant, I mean, he has some sneaky power. So if he was to get respect on his punches early, this could get into a kind of like a spicy dogfight. I don't see that happening though. I mean, like the only thing that I can see happening is if he could use his experience to help disrupt the rhythm of Alvarado and make sure that he doesn't kind of avalanche his success. That would be an interesting fight. I don't think it's going to happen though.
I just think that coming off of 2 losses like that, 2 back-to-back losses is going to be a lot in his psyche while he's doing that. So I think he might not trust that he wants to play a little safe. I don't think he's going to take as many risks. And so he's not going to get rewarded.
Next fight up, we have Antonio Woods versus Mark Buke. Who do you got?
I have Antonio Woods on this. First off, sick nickname. Super bad, super sick nickname. Got to give it to him. Got to love it. Mark actually used to fight MMA back in the day. His first like bunch of fights were MMA. But he's been KO'd. He's been guillotined. He's done it all in MMA, which is pretty cool. Gotta give him his props. I have him losing though. I think that his footwork, he's a little stuck in the mud. I don't think he's as polished as Antonio is. And Antonio's, I think he's gonna pressure him. He's gonna get him stuck in the mud. He's gonna land some big shots. This is I don't think it might be a KO. I'm not seeing a KO. But I mean, it definitely could be a KO.
I also have Woods. I think that Mark really does like to pressure, which is a good thing. Problem is that he is dog shit at cutting off people that are circling. And I think that Alvarado is really good at his movement altogether. I don't think that's going to be an issue for him at all. And I think that honestly, Woods can definitely potentially crack him and put him out. But I definitely see this more of a decision fight for Woods. Next fight up, we have Leonardo Ruiz versus Casey James Streeter. Who you got?
I have Leo on this one. I love that when he gets backed up against the ropes, he works off the ropes. And so if you get him pressure against the ropes, he's going to shoot forward and start firing at you and really work off the ropes. Kind of like in wrestling and jiu-jitsu or MMA. Whenever someone has you down, you have to like wrestle up. Some people just concede and just are like, oh, this is my position. This sucks. I have to work in this position. He thinks more like I have to work out of this position, which is so nice. And he's constantly working. I love to see people constantly working and getting shit done. I really like Casey. Casey fought Joe Farina. He gets a decision and he's like, man, I can't do that. So he runs it back with him and he KOs him or TKOs him 8th round. That's amazing. That's so sick to come back and do that. He didn't have to do that, but he does. Sick. He's like, I can't have that. I know I could do better. Does better. Crushes it. Good for him. But Ruiz is a sharper fighter. I don't think that their styles pair very well. Casey is more of a Mexican style, really close fighter. And Leo is not. Leo is more working his jab, setting up his shots, peppering him up, softening up before like the KO type fighter. I really think that Leo's going to shine in this fight.
This is actually my lock of the week. I have Leo money line. I think that Leo, this is honestly one of the easier fights for me to pick. I feel like Leo is better than Casey in pretty much every category. I think that it's not going to be like he just walks right through him, but he's definitely going to just outpace him. Like if this is a marathon, he's going to beat him by a couple of minutes by the end.
Definitely outwork him.
Yeah, I think this is going to go most likely to decision, and it's honestly we're going to be like, wow, this is pretty like not competitive fight. Honestly, I think that I have so much confidence in Leo's overall footwork and his overall offensive game is just so much more well balanced than Casey. I think that Casey's best success would be to pressure, but Leo's really good at counterfighting. He's better at being at range and using his jab and angling off and all this stuff. Leo is proficient in pressuring fighters as well. So if he was to be able to crack Casey with a shot, and Casey kind of fades a little bit and relinquishes the position, then it starts to become this fight where Leo starts to pressure. He's just as effective at pressuring a fighter as well. So he's very well balanced. And I think that wherever the fight goes, he's going to be on top. Next fight up, we have Abel Mejia versus Jabrio Benito. Who you got?
This is actually my lock of the week. I think it's a super interesting fight. 10-0 versus 6-0. Somebody's O has got to go. I think that's crazy.
That was some bars right there.
Didn't even practice it. It just kept flowing.
I thought you had Ghost Rider for a second.
So Abel can be knocked down. This is open stance. They're going to do a lot of hand fighting. And Jabrio, he is in southpaw, going to have the advantage for that lead hand for sure. And he knocks down people. So the fact that he can knock people down and you're over here getting knocked down, I think it's just a perfect recipe for him to have a really good upset against a 10-0 fighter. I have Jabrio as my lock of the week. I don't think he's going to knock him out, but I think that if it's a close fight, there's going to be knockdowns, and that's going to really win him the fight. Who do you got?
Doesn't matter what I got. I have Mejia money line. I think this is a really competitive fight, though. I feel like if Mejia can use his jab and his range to really dictate the course of the fight, he's going to run away with it. But then if Benito can use his pressure to like overwhelm Mejia and suffocate his offense, then he can run away with it. So, I mean, honestly, it's a toss-up. I just gave it to Mejia because I think that he does a better job implementing his game plan. But who knows? I guess Joe knows because it's his lock of the week. It's for sure. No, I'm kidding.
Shit's happening. It's getting real.
All right. I remember he's also the one that bet on Vinicius. So,
dude, I have a lot of wild calls that just don't turn out.
But sometimes you got wild calls that turn out.
I mean, I did call the knockout for Jacoby. I told you guys, I've been working with Trevor Whitman. That knockout is coming. I told you that rear naked choke was happening against Tafa. I tell you guys these things, and you guys just don't listen. And if you do, comment below.
I mean, you called out 2 knockouts because you called out Jacoby, and then you also called out another one off this card, right?
Oh, Nika on live.
Oh,
that was just on live though.
I feel like there was another fight that.
No, I called Ala Jacek to get a knockout, and he didn't. He's an idiot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's only 2 knockouts.
I don't know why, but I always think that he just knocked him out.
Because he's supposed to. He was supposed to have knocked him out. He put him on dough legs like 8 times and then just never knocked him out.
I mean, he was lined up to get a fucking knockout. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I'm going to go in the back. I'm pissed off. Next fight up, we have Umar Zambikov versus Ahmed El Biali. Who you got?
I have Umar to take this one. Ahmed is 35 years old. His last fight, he was 188 pounds, and he was supposed to weigh in at 175. This fight is at 175. And let's see if he makes the weight first off. If he does make the weight, how's that weight cut going to feel on him? Is he going to be a bigger fighter in there? Is he going to feel more powerful? Or is he going to feel exhausted? Is he just going to get dog walked by Umar? I think Umar just has so much momentum on his side. I don't think he's going to get dog walked. Umar's taking this for sure.
I got Umar money line. Joe, what's the consistent rule we have here? We don't bet against a guy with the last name ending with a V.
Oh, I thought it was that we don't bet on fight nerds because they suck.
So obviously we can't bet against him, so you got to bet for him, right? I think El Biali definitely has an edge experience-wise, but I think that it's not enough to overcome Umar's overall experience in terms of being in open stance. He's always in open stance because he's the southpaw, and I think that he's just going to be able to overwhelm El Biali, where El Biali is not going to have any answers to the questions that Umar poses. All right, next fight up, we have Efe Ajagba versus Charles Martin. Who you got?
I have Efe on this. Man, these are some big lads. This is going to be a very fun fight. Huge dudes. I mean, Efe, he's only gone to decision 1 time. And, I mean, in that division, I don't think he's getting knocked then. However, However, Charles Martin, he has been knocked before and he's lost 4 times. So I think that if Effa is about to get him on skates, then he's just going to shell up and he's going to be nervous. He's going to be like, man, am I about to get put out again? Am I about to have another loss in my record? And then that's when all the bad thoughts come in. He's just going to break him down. So for that reason and that reason alone, I'm going to have Effa on this one. I don't think he's going to knock him out, but he could definitely get it done. If anyone's getting knockouts, it's these fools because they're just huge, huge dudes. But I mean, no, I'm going to say it. Yeah, he's going to get the knockout in this one. I changed my mind. He's going to get the knockout in this one. And yeah, it's going to be a really great fight. He's going to get him to shell up with some big shots and just KO him.
I have Charles. No, I'm just kidding. I definitely have FA money line on this one. He definitely can get the fucking knockout. FA, I don't know if you've seen him before, but this guy's an absolute fucking unit. I don't know what they're feeding people in fucking Nigeria, but some of these people are just fucking absolute freaks of nature. Like him, was it Gautier, fucking Ngannou. Like all these people are just absolute physical specimens. He's coming into his prime. He's got that Nigerian power. And then you got Charles Martin, who's a really good fighter. Really good.
Dude, chill out.
I gotta give him his flowers. Charles Martin is really good. He was a champion, you know? I mean, he lost it the next fight to Anthony Joshua, but I mean, he also fought Anthony Joshua. So I mean, if he was a couple years younger, because I think he's like his late 30s right now. If he was a couple years younger, I think this would be a more competitive fight. But what, you gonna bet against FA when he comes into his prime, it comes into his own? Absolutely not. Not with those heavy ass hands. So yeah, definitely him by money line. We're most likely going to be doing some kind of spicy bet, I think, with him by knockout or some kind of round or something. But I don't see this going to decision, honestly.
And for everyone that's following us on Patreon, we are going to post our spicy bets this week, but we're not going to have an additional boxing just because this is already a boxing one. But so look out for that. All right, that's a wrap for this week's Fight Picks. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you enjoy this content, all of our social media is in the bio. Be sure to subscribe, smash that thumbs up button, cash those tickets, and don't forget, bet smart, fight hard. We'll catch you in the next card.